You were able to show homes in person. You were able to show your clients in person and properties because you were an essential service. And that was not the case in many other states around this country. Can you imagine walking a client through the whole money process being like via Zoom? How difficult that would be, right? That was close to becoming a reality. But because RAPAC did what they needed to do and elect the right people, we were able to make sure that real estate was kept an essential service. So, Elizabeth, I appreciate you sharing that story. I appreciate you showing how you got first involved in RAPAC. Again, an election year is even more crucial. In 2024, 95% of the candidates that we endorsed went on to win and were victorious because we had the resources, because we had the firepower to ensure those candidates went in and were elected. And we've been able to do great things because of that. You heard Tim Bobian speak at the general session, but deed fraud is now a fraud, or a felony. It is only a fraud, but it is a felony now because we elected the right people. So the next person I would like to call up is Dina Greenwald, and she is your current chair of the RAPAC Board of Trustees. We provide for our first speaker. But before we get on with our programming, a quick reminder that if you have not submitted your pledge, to please do so. 10 folks that pledge tonight will be entered into a raffle for attending a D-backs game in a suite. And so if you have submitted a pledge already, you're already entered into the raffle. I encourage you to double check to make sure that you're pledging tonight to become a major investor, because if you do, you're entered into a raffle to attend a D-backs game with 10 other lucky major investors. So, again, if you're interested, please scan the QR code. Come see staff in the back to make sure that you're pledged for this current year. So I just wanted to make sure that you all are aware of it. We'll talk about it throughout the programming tonight. Scan the QR code, make sure that you pledge. If you're not sure if you pledge, come see staff. I'm more than happy to help you out. Dina, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause for my good friend, Dina Greenwald.
Okay, I need my glasses to read this, but it is my pleasure to be able to introduce Craig Sanford. He is a realtor from Phoenix and is the 2026 treasurer at the National Association of Realtors. As an associate broker with Realty One Group, Craig has been practicing real estate full-time for more than 48 years. At the national level, Craig served several years on both the NAR Finance Committee and the Reserves Investment Advisory Board. His tenure also includes serving on committees for Realtor Party member involvement, public policy, coordinating land use. Our committees have such long titles. Property rights and environment and equal opportunity culture diversity. He received the RPMIC Chairman's Award in 2014 and was inducted into the RAPAC Hall of Fame in 2018. Additionally, he has served as an NAR Federal Policy Coordinator since 2003. Craig was 2011 NAR Regional Vice President for Region 11, which is our region, representing the 6-state Rocky Mountain area. 2006 President of Arizona Realtors, and the 1999 President of the Phoenix Realtors. He enjoys hunting and fishing in his spare time, but his true passion is his quarter horses. He and his wife Kathy escaped to their cabin near Flagstaff, Arizona when time allows, but lives in Phoenix where his daughters Ashley and Heather and their families are never far away. Welcome, Craig.
We're going to have to find a way to shorten that down a little bit. I want to thank everybody for being here, but I want to first ask one question of everybody. For all of you that are current major investors, please raise your hand. Thank you very much. Now, what I'm going to ask next is, how do you see and how do you value the lapel pin that you wear, honoring being a major investor. How do you see that? And the reason I ask that question is because it frustrates me to go onto Facebook and say, this is my most valuable piece of jewelry. It's more than that. I'm married. It is not my most valuable piece of jewelry. My wife keeps that ring and will lay it somewhere that she will not let me see. But I say this because to me, this lapel pin means a lot more than just something I wear and something I contribute money to benefit our industry. And when I look at mine, I see that one, the first thing is it's got the Realtor R. I have pride in that. I have had pride in that Realtor R for many years.
Yeah.
I also see that it has a year on it. It frustrates me to see someone in 2025 wearing a 2021 pin. Stay current, folks. We made it easy for you to stay current. But if you are not wearing a current pin, it shows you didn't have enough pride to continue the one thing that I think is most important to the whole thing, and that is your commitment to yourself. You're making a commitment to be a member of the RAPAC community, RAPAC family of friends. Yes, you may go on to be a president circle, you may go on to be a Hall of Fame. Those are all on here. When I wear this to the customer, and they ask me what this means to me, I say, this is my pride, my industry, my commitment, and my honor to treat you the best that I can. I stay involved for your benefit. So I ask you to take time to sit down and figure out a way that works for you to exemplify and explain the true backdoor value of this honor. We have pride in our industry. We need to start showing more of that pride. This is a way to do it. I'm not up here to sell you anything. I'm not here to make you do anything. I'm up here to say, time to step up. This is why we're here. Yes, you make a lot of differences, and I will tell you, you know that you just heard my resume. I was a realtor for 20 years without being engaged in the RAPAC family at all. I had a gentleman being honored one year, 1997 I think it was, for 9 consecutive years of Sterling. And I'm in this room and I say, 9 years of Sterling. It's great. I'm going to make a commitment to do that. This is all before presidentship. This is all before all of things. I'm asking you tonight to sit down and be honest with yourself. Make a commitment to you. Make a goal for you. And honor our realtor profession. Honor being a realtor. And honor the fact that you now become a member of a beautiful, elite class. Thank you.